we use Atarim in I suppose, a different way than most companies, because obviously we don't use it for the design and development stage. What I do is I take all the day-to-day more mundane tasks away from developers and designers. So obviously they're the big ticket items, they're the items that make the agency money. Obviously the smaller stuff gets in the way sometimes, so we take that all on board. We use it for all those day-to-day teething problems that end clients and end users get.
It's Andrew Palmer from Atarim, and I've got a great guest today. It's Adam Yates from WP Agency Support. Now, Adam and I met at WP London, which is a great little event for WordPress people to get together and really network nicely together. So, Adam, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, as Andrew said, I'm Adam Yates. I'm the founder of WP Agency Support. Andrew and I, as he said, met at WordPress London. It's a great community. I'm actually one of the sponsors there now. Yeah, that's how we met, and he reintroduced me to Atarim. I must confess, yes, I did buy it however many years ago. Kind of lost touch with it, and then meeting Andrew got me kind of back into it, and yeah, I've dived headfirst and fully immersed myself in the Atarim world.
You help agencies save lots of time by looking after their websites, and you've got a little management platform there. Tell us all about that, how that works.
So yeah, we don't do any design or development work. I wish I could, but I can't. But what I do is I take all the day-to-day more mundane tasks away from developers and designers. So obviously they're the big ticket items, they're the items that make the agency money. Obviously the smaller stuff gets in the way sometimes, so we take that all on board. So we use Atarim in I suppose, a different way than most companies, because obviously we don't use it for the design and development stage. We use it for all those day-to-day teething problems that end clients and end users get. So
you're using
that's how we use it.
You're using it as a maintenance solution, really, and you're then giving it to your agency clients. You say, right, okay, this is something that we don't do, we don't perform. Say, we look after all the plugins, the maintenance, the updates, the hosting, and make sure that everything is working exactly how it should. But you're then passing the out of scope jobs through to your agency clients, and they're using Atarim to get the comments in, basically.
Yeah. So the client will log in, the end client will log in, see a problem with their site or a change they want to make. They'll use the Atarim service to click on the bit of the page that comes into our Atarim workspace. We've got a workspace set up for each agency. If it's a small change, making the logo bigger, then that's something we'll do. If it's outside of the scope of the service that we provide, we just assign the task to their team or an individual user, the developer responsible for that site. They get alerted, they go in and fix the problem. And the nice thing with Atarim is all the time that those changes are being made, we can see that coming through. So even if the client then emails back in or rings saying what's going on, we can have a look and think, okay, yeah, that's now in the, it's been worked on, or it's at the approval stage.
Perfect. So your service basically saves agencies time.
Yeah.
Our service, Atarim, saves agency time. I mean, what are they going to do? Now they've got time to actually go out and do some work and get the work in, right, to increase their productivity and profitability and that sort of thing. Is that the offering that you're sending out to these guys?
Exactly. It's like we worked it out that if you spent 20 minutes a week looking after a site, which if you're checking daily that the updates have gone through, that the backups are working, that there's no issues, it's about 20 minutes a site. So if you're talking of 50 sites, that's 100 minutes. And if you could spend that just getting one more client in or one more site built per month, our service in theory is meant to be cost negative. That's how we worked our pricing out.
Why did you think of this? This is not maybe I had something to do with that conversation, but was there a light bulb moment when you thought, well, do you know what, my agencies might like this? Because although we deal with email and we have to email them, and you've got a help desk situation as well, yeah. What was really the driver behind using Atarim?
Because we're not involved in the design and the development of the site. So when we normally first get involved, we will spin up a dev environment for the site, for the developers to go off and build the site. We won't really get to see that site again until it goes live, until we put it live for the customer. Then what happens is we start getting the calls. Oh, this isn't working. Can you change this? That's not happening. And we've not always been aware. So it was taking us a long time to find the issue, because clients, bless them, don't always describe things in the way we'd like them to. So we might spend time trying to find it, We'd then forward it on for the developer, only to the developer to come back and say, well, it's here. And it's like, okay, we need to find an easier way of doing that. So we looked at a couple of alternatives that didn't really work for us. It was when I met you that I thought, oh, do you know what? Let's give Atarim another go. Yeah. And it saved us hours. Yeah. Literally, from the moment we put it live for one customer, it was like, great, here's the link, click the link, straight back to the site, on the page, the actual item. We can see it. We know instantly, yes, that's something we can do. Click edit, make the change, or no, it's not. Assign the task to the developer, move on to the next ticket.
So how do your agency clients, how did they react to the fact that they're using Atarim and maybe they even want to buy it themselves?
We've always given them that choice. When we started rolling it out, we've said to the customers, look, this is something we can use. You're free to set up your own account. We're happy for that, but this is how it works for us. So each of our agencies get the workspace. They get it, obviously the white labeling for emails, etc., set up. So it all goes from them, and we give them one team member. If they want any more team members, obviously they've got to add them.
Sure.
But obviously collaborators and their guests and their end clients are free. We've been running it now for a couple of months. It's a slow progress getting everybody onto it. So again, this morning I've had a couple of new people that have emailed in with queries, and my instant response is email it back. Sorry, one email was, please can you add this podcast link to the back end of our website? Okay, where?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the email's gone back. Can you use Atarim? Can you click on it? Show me on the page where you want this added, and then I'll do it.
What systems were you using before? Like what help desk system, email?
So it was literally just a help desk system.
Yeah.
They would literally email in a query like I've just said, please can you add the podcast to a page on our website?
Yeah, and then you've got that trail of that thread of, and then eventually you get which page or which section I have to go on the website. I get it.
And sometimes that might end up being going back to the developer to say, actually, what they want is they want a new page because they're bringing out they're doing regular podcasts now. They want it on the back end. So it could be a chance for the developer to turn around and say, actually, that's a chargeable piece of work. We can create you a nice page with a proper podcasting plugin, so that it also allows for that. Because otherwise, by the time we've gone backwards and forwards and everything else, it's just the client's like, I just want my podcast added.
Has it affected your mindset knowing that you've got Atarim involved, and has it improved your work day, for instance?
Enormously. I don't have that big chain of emails going backwards and forwards. I've got one location with the boards and everything else. The way the work's laid out, I can instantly see, okay, what work's just come in since I was last on the platform, what we already know is being developed and worked on. So yeah, I've got a much clearer picture of what work is ongoing. And the opposite side of that is the agencies as well have that. So they can log in and they can see all the issues that are outstanding, what's outstanding from my side in terms of changes that I'm supposed to be making, but also stuff that their dev team are working on. And while the help desk is nice, you've just got to scroll through, the lists are. They can literally see all their projects. There's there are icons, that say how many tasks are outstanding. Yep. They can just click on them and have a look rather than trying to scroll through a load of emails.
Yeah, and you can check the priority and search under urgent, or, you can tag and everything like that. Tell me the type of clients you're attracting or you want to attract. Who are your clients?
We tend to look at agencies that are typically one-man band.
Sure. That
are getting to a point whereby they're looking after around 15 to 20 websites. Still got a nice, healthy pipeline of work coming in. And what's happening is they're getting to the point where the support and maintenance is starting to slip and starting to bite into that development and design time. So they're starting, they're losing time to doing the support and maintenance. And they're now thinking, should I get a junior developer in? Should I get somebody in to help me in the business? Employing somebody is a big commitment.
Yeah, it is. I get
financially, and you've suddenly turned around and given somebody a job, and now you've got to carry on paying them.
Yeah.
Whereas at least with the service we're looking at, one, we're cheaper than a junior dev.
Sure.
We're not going to take holidays. We're not going to take, 6 weeks of training, get all trained up, and then think, actually, guy down the road's going to pay me more money. I'm off.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we are. We've had agencies that have joined us at that stage and then have grown because suddenly they do need a junior developer, and they've kind of gone on to put their own systems in place.
Right.
One of them actually came back again.
If you had any tips, because we go out to agencies and say use Atarim, we go out to hosts to say use Atarim and stuff like that. But what, as a user and as a prolific user now, what's your number one tip for saying why somebody should use Atarim as a feedback?
I would say it's that overview, that lovely page when you log in, showing your sites. Green ticks are lovely. Love the green ticks. It means everything's happy. And then you've got the numbers, so you can instantly see and filter out and know what maintenance work you've got going. I'd also say create a folder, create 2 folders, live and dev. So your development sites that you're working on, obviously there's going to be lots of queries. The last thing you want to be going is and seeing is a page full of loads of numbers when half of them could be dev sites. So create some folders, know which are your live sites, which are your development sites, because obviously maintaining your live sites is going to be your bread and butter money, the monthly recurring revenue from looking after those.
Yeah.
And then just spend time getting to know the product, really. It's unbelievably helpful.
As a final thought for the viewers, let's say, of the Atarim YouTube channel, just tell us where we can find you. Tell people where they can find you and your business.
Okay, you can find me on LinkedIn, Adam Takawa Yates. You can find my website, wpagencysupport.com. They're about the only 2 platforms you can find me on.
Last thing, really final thing. Okay. What would you like to see in Atarim in the future?
What would I like to see? Video recording.
Oh, nice. That's coming. So there you go.
Yes.
Your wish has been granted.
Fantastic.
I'm in the bottle. I can say that is definitely coming, and it's coming soon. And we've got some lovely AI developments coming as well. So I'm looking forward to sharing those with the community. In the meantime, Adam, thanks for your time. And
no,
see you.
It's always a pleasure.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Thanks, Andrew. Bye.